If you're one of those people, even on the left, who isn't that concerned by the prospect of a Trump second term, that it won't be that bad, that we survived Trump the first time round, then this next segment is for you. See, I need you to hear me out, and I need you to picture the scene. It's January 20th, 2025, Inauguration Day. You turn on the TV, and Donald J. Trump, with his hand on his own $59.99 God Bless the USA Bible, is being sworn in as 47th President of the United States. Now, the quadruple indicted new president makes his way back to the Oval Office and begins to make America great again. And based on Team Trump's own words, own proud promises, here's how his first 100 days could very well turn out. Let's go. Day 1. Trump begins his dictatorship. Yes, dictatorship. Not my words, his.
You're not going to be a dictator, are you? I said, no, other than day 1. We're closing the border, and we're drilling. After that, I'm not a dictator.
But Trump doesn't stop there with the border closing and the drilling. Our new self-proclaimed dictator ends the constitutional guarantee of birthright citizenship for any baby born in the United States. There are, of course, protests, like in 2017, but this time, in 2025, in true dictator fashion, Trump invokes the Insurrection Act to put the military on the streets and violently crack down on those protests.
He says, can't you just shoot them? Just shoot them in the legs.
Okay, but we can survive Trump's only one day as a dictator, right? Not quite. Day 2. Trump moves to pardon and release the January 6th insurrectionists serving time in prison for violently storming the US Capitol 4 years ago.
We'll be looking very, very seriously at full pardons, and I mean full pardons with an apology to many.
Day 5. Trump reintroduces his Schedule F executive order and this time fires 50,000 federal government employees, replacing them all with MAGA loyalists. Day 7. Trump's new White House press secretary, the unhinged Islamophobe and conspiracy theorist Laura Loomer, announces that the president is nominating her fellow conspiracy theorist, General Michael Flynn, to be defense secretary. Yes, the General Michael Flynn who called for martial law in 2020. Day 15. Trump instructs his brand new Attorney General Mike Davis to fire Special Prosecutor Jack Smith and throw out all the federal cases against him. And then instead launch spurious investigations into Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and yes, Hillary Clinton. Day 21. Trump calls for General Mark Milley's prosecution and execution. Day 29. Trump's newly confirmed CIA director Kash Patel announces,
we will go out and find the conspirators, not just in government, but in the media. Yes, we're going to come after the people in the media who lied about American citizens, who helped Joe Biden rig presidential elections. We're going to come after you.
Oh, and guess what? They start off with yours truly. Day 33. New AG Davis indicts, detains, and tries to deport me and others. Day 39.
The travel ban is coming back even bigger than before and much stronger than before.
Sorry, Palestinian refugees fleeing war and genocide in Gaza. The Muslim ban is back, and it now includes you too. Oh, and any foreign student supporters of yours in the United States. Day 41.
We will revoke the student visas of radical anti-American and anti-Semitic foreigners at our colleges and universities.
Day 45. The president orders authorities to build massive detention camps and raid cities nationwide.
Carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in American history.
The president's top advisor on immigration, Stephen Miller, explains how it'll be done.
You go to the red state governors and you say, give us your National Guard. We will deputize them as immigration enforcement officers. And if you're going to go into an unfriendly state like Maryland, well, then it would just be Virginia doing the arrest in Maryland, right? Very close, very nearby.
Day 49. Trump orders the thousands of troops deployed to the border to shoot migrants in the legs. Day 53. Trump vows to finish his wall, not paid for by Mexico, and fortify that border with moats filled with alligators. Day 61. Anti-war President Donald Trump attacks Mexico. Day 71. Trump threatens to defund law enforcement agencies that don't restore racist policies like stop and frisk. Day 79. Trump moves to indemnify police forces across the country and give them the power to kill shoplifters.
Very simply, if you rob a store, you can fully expect to be shot as you are leaving that store.
Day 85. At the urging of Stephen Miller, Trump's DOJ redefines the remit of the Civil Rights Act of the 1960s, this time to focus only on anti-white racism. White nationalists hold rallies in support of the move. Day 90. Trump uses executive action to block trans adults from using Medicaid for treatments that their doctors have deemed crucial for their health. Day 93. Trump administration officials remove the words abortion and reproductive health from every federal document. Day 97. Trump says he's pulling the US out of the Paris Climate Change Agreement and rolling back the Biden administration's climate initiatives. And that brings us to day 100, as Trump begins laying out the red carpet at the White House for a whole host of his foreign buddies. Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, Benjamin Netanyahu, Saudi Crown Prince MBS, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Hungarian leader Viktor Orban, and he sings their praises.
There's nobody that's better, smarter, or a better leader than Viktor Orban. He's a non-controversial figure because he said this is the way it's going to be, and that's the end of it, right? He's the boss, and you know he's a great leader.
This is the way it's going to be, and that's the end of it. Now, I know what the critics will say. Mehdi, things can't possibly get that bad. This is alarmist hyperbole. But those critics said the same thing at the start of Trump's first term in 2017, a term that ended in almost 500,000 COVID deaths, many of them preventable, a 6-3 conservative Supreme Court that would go on to gut abortion rights and affirmative action, and of course an armed insurrection at the Capitol. And that was with all the adults in the room and the guardrails and the checks and balances. There'll be none of those next time round, just a wannabe dictator surrounded by authoritarian sycophants on an anti-democratic mission of vengeance, cruelty, and persecution. Don't say you weren't warned.